Hi, my name is Maggie Clark, and I am the Customer Service Manager here at Betts Family Winery. I'm here with our winemaker, Lewis Skinner, on a segment we call Let's Ask Lewis. I am very new to the wine industry and naturally have a lot of questions, and I have a man with a lot of answers. So, today, Lewis, I have a question starting from the bottom.
Okay.
When we're drinking wine, why do we not just drink it? Why are we spitting while we taste? Why are we taking all these steps just to taste the wine?
It's a good question. So as you've probably noticed, when we'll be sitting down here, like say Bob and myself, maybe Kevin as well, we'll be sitting down here tasting some blends, and we might have a dozen blends, 2 dozen blends we have to make it through. So just from a technical standpoint, if you were to drink every one of those glasses, you would be in pretty rough shape pretty fast. So one of the main reasons that we taste and spit is because we're trying to understand the sensory implications of every little blend we do and each wine we taste, but we're trying to not get drunk at the same time. So we're trying to keep our palate fresh, our mind fresh, and yet be able to make it through a very high volume of samples. And so that would be like the biggest reason that anybody spits versus just drink the wine like you normally would, is to be able to analyze it very, very carefully and keep your mind sharp.
Do you mind walking me through a little bit of from the beginning, where we start? Do we swirl first?
So there's a couple different ways you can go about it. There's a couple different, I guess, philosophies. Some people will usually pour a glass of wine and they'll smell it, and other people will always pour a glass of wine and then they'll swirl it to try to unlock some of those aromas. So when you're swirling it, you're actually getting a little bit of oxygen in there. Usually just by, even having your hand on there, or just by introducing it to the air temperature of the room, you'll warm up the wine a little bit. And so you're just kind of unlocking some of those aromas. So if you swirl first and then you smell, you'll notice that you actually get a lot more of the fruity aromas, or the whatever type of aromas that glass of wine has. So that's kind of one of the big things there, is that's why people tend to swirl their wine or not swirl their wine, because they're looking for a specific expression of that glass of wine, if you will. And so that's kind of those are both camps there. Some people always want to smell first, and other people want to swirl first. So then after that, so it's not just about spitting or drinking the wine. So part of it is also to get the best, representation or the best flavor out of the wine. You're going to typically put a little bit of the wine in your mouth, and you're actually going to swirl it around in your mouth as well. Some people will actually suck a little bit of air through there, as strange as that sounds. Some people say, oh, pull a little bit of air between your lips or between your teeth, and it kind of helps kind of unlock the flavors in your mouth, and then they'll typically spit that back out, because again, you're trying to stay sharp for the next wine and the next one and the next one. So usually what I would do when I'm sitting down and tasting, smell. So really taking a very small amount of wine, not a huge amount, kind of just swirling around in my mouth. You can see I'm pulling a little bit of oxygen, just a little bit of air through my lips to oxygenate it, unlock a little more of those flavors and aromas, and then I'm very quickly spitting it back out, because that is giving me, actually, surprisingly, I can get more from that than actually sitting down and drinking a glass of wine. I can actually get more detail from quickly swirling it in my mouth than actually spitting it back out.
Can you over swirl or over oxidize it in your mouth?
Yes, I mean, you're going to lose some of the freshness just from the fact that it's going to be warming up. It's going to be, if this is 60 degrees in my glass, this glass of wine, your body being 98 degrees, it's going to start warming that up pretty quickly. And red wine over, say, 70 Fahrenheit, 68 Fahrenheit is going to start declining. Like its fruit expression is going to change, and it's going to become, I guess, a little less exciting and a little less readable, or you'll be able to pick out kind of less specific flavors, aromas, the texture will change. So it's really about doing it quickly before it actually warms up as well.
Cool.
Yeah. Everybody has a different way of doing it. When I was first tasting with Bob, when I was first around the winery 10 years ago, he would actually pick on me a little bit because I taste very loud. It's how I had always done it. It's how I am able to, I guess, best kind of assess the wines, and so I've always done it that way. Other people are very quiet about it, so everybody kind of has their own.
Whatever works for you.
Exactly.
Maybe I'll have to work on mine, and we'll figure out what kind of taster I am.
You'll have to perfect it.
Great. Well, thanks for your help, Lewis. Cheers.
Cheers.
If you have any questions you'd like to ask, send them to betsteam@bettsfamilywinery.com. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, or visit our website to learn more about the team and the wines we make here at Betts Family Winery.